Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics, and let me know in the comments down below what other brands you want me to do a full face of. So if you want to see the look that I create using products from e.l.f., then keep on watching.
You make me wanna throw my picture out the window. Tell MC I to cut the phone post. Break my lease so I can move, cause you a bugaboo.
The brows, I'm going to go in with the Instant Lift brow pencil, and this is in the shade Deep Brown. I have done the soap brow, so basically I just want to see if this pencil, the whole pencil just fell out. You know what, I'm really disappointed in that. Yeah, I was gonna use this, but the whole product, I don't even know if you guys will be able to see, the whole thing is empty. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then come back. So I've done my brows off camera. That was extremely, you know, disappointing. So I have a bunch of different eye products to use. Well, me dropped it. I really want to use the liquid glitter eyeshadow, and then they have a bunch of these different bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. So they have this one, which is the Acai You, which is basically like a blue kind of color. They have this one, which I really love. This is just like neutrals with a pop of blue. This kind of green color story, which is one of my favorites. They all retail for £3, but they're really inexpensive. But what I do notice is that the shadows do actually break inside of these because the packaging isn't, you know, as sturdy. So that's just something to bear in mind if you do decide to pick these up. But I mean, they're only £3, so I always get two of the same. And then the most recent one that I got, this one, and this is basically another neutral color story. This is in the shade Truffle, because I mean, I have used most of these palettes before. Decided I'm gonna do a smoky eye with a pop of color, so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. gel liner as a base for my eye. This is just gonna be a base for the colors to go on top, and I'm gonna take this brown to blend out the edges of that eyeliner on a small fluffy brush like this, and I'm just gonna use this color to blend out. Okay, so now that I've kind of blended out that brown, I'm just going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to diffuse the edges of that shade. What I like about the e.l.f. shadows is that they're really good quality for the actual price. Like if you're a beginner and you don't want to be overwhelmed by too many colors in a palette, then I definitely recommend getting these smaller ones, and they're also travel friendly, which I like. Now I'm gonna go in with this lighter shade here, and I'm just gonna basically use this to diffuse the edges. I feel like this is the perfect transition shade for darker skin because it's really just helping to blend the two shades together. I'm gonna go in and use this liquid glitter eyeshadow. So this is in the shade Black Magic, and basically we're just gonna put this all over the eye. But it is quite, it's not as opaque as I thought it was gonna be. So take a flat brush first, and I'm gonna go over top of that black base. So I'm gonna go in and put some of this. This is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, that is gorgeous. So I'm putting this all over the lid, and then I think I'm gonna wait for it to dry, and I might go in one more time. But this is like a party in a bottle. Obsessed with the way that it looks. I feel like on camera it's not really translating, but I think it looks absolutely stunning. So my eyes are done, they're looking a bit weird. And with the Poreless Putty primer, everyone loves this primer. I haven't used it in such a long time, so I just want to see how it kind of blends together. I used to actually really like this primer, but you know what, I couldn't tell if I liked this primer because everybody else did, but now using it on my face. I do like the way that my face feels when I put this on. Like, it just feels really smooth and does help with my texture. For foundation, I'm gonna be using Poreless Finish Foundation, and I have the shades Nutmeg and Spice. So Nutmeg is kind of like my winter shade, but I do feel like it's a little bit too light, and Spice is like my exact shade but a little bit too dark, so I feel like mixing them together would be perfect. So as you can see, the foundations are not that much different in color. This is the shade Nutmeg and this is the shade Spice. I don't know how I feel about the color of this. The color of this is looking a bit wild, but one thing that I remember about this foundation is that it is quite fragranced. So I would say I have sensitive skin, so I do feel a kind of tingling sensation when I put it on. And I'm just gonna go in with this foundation brush and kind of push this into the skin. Okay, I think I left this on my face for too long because it is not blending out. I don't like any type of makeup product that is scented unless it's setting spray. I just feel like you don't need to have scented makeup. It's not necessary, and I just feel like it limits the amount of people that can use the products and enjoy it. I'm going with Spice around the perimeters of the face just to warm it up. In terms of the coverage of this foundation, I definitely say it's a satin demi matte because I'm still kind of glowing but I'm not dewy. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with Deep Chestnut and I'm just going to highlight my face. I'm gonna take the Camo concealer sponge to blend this out. I have used this sponge before and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really a fan, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna give it another shot just to see if it works or doesn't. In the matte version, this concealer shade is a lot more yellow. I noticed that in the hydrating formula it's a lot more orange. Okay, the sponge is not bad, I can't lie, the sponge is not bad, but yeah, it's not the best either. That's blended out. I'm looking very Oompa Loompa-ish. I'm gonna go in with the hydrating concealer in the shade Tan Sand. I used this in my last video and I really do love this shade, so I'm just gonna use this to brighten. I'm gonna take the other side of that sponge and blend that out. So I'm just gonna contour with the hydrating concealer in the shade Rich Walnut. So I'm just gonna dot this just here. And this is like a really kind of cool tone shade. It's not that much darker than my skin tone, so it's gonna create like a really nice natural contour, which we like. I do really like this contour shade. Like, I love it a lot, it's so nice. So for powder, I'm gonna use the HD powder in the shade Sheer. I think there is only one shade for this. Really liking the way the complexion looks. Like, everything blends really nicely with each other, and I do feel like it does have to do with the primer. The powder is not bad. Seems alright to me. It's really finely milled, and my face is looking very smooth, to say the least. Thoughts on this powder? I actually really like the way that this powder looks. Like, it's really finely milled. I do really like the way that it leaves the skin, if this powder is gonna flash back or not. For an actual contour shade, I don't have one, so I was thinking maybe I could use an eyeshadow to kind of contour slash bronze. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here to contour. And okay, this is too dark. No, why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, and now I cannot fix that. Yes, okay. For lips, I have this lip oil, but I just feel like this with this look is just gonna clash. I'm gonna use the eyeshadow for a lip liner. Okay, so I've lined my lips, and I'm just gonna go in with, you know, I'm gonna try this lip oil just for the sake of the video. I'm not one for pinkish colors on my lips, like, ever. That looks really nice. I'm just gonna finish my lower lash line off camera, and then we're going to assess the final look. Putting a little bit of this silver shade onto my inner corner. I feel like I look like a vampire. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my best look, but I feel like we made it work. I feel like the powder, this powder is really nice. They just need to come out with like more shades of this. I know they do have another face powder, but I actually got this one in a mystery bag, so this is what I had. But yeah, I feel like overall, oh, I haven't set my face. Let me set my face. Okay, so this is the final look. What do you guys think? Me personally, I'm not sure if I like it. It's not my type of makeup. I feel like it's very dark, very cool toned. I feel like things are looking very grey, and I think that's just because of the powder. I think if I went in with a different powder, it wouldn't look so bad. But overall, I'm really impressed with the quality of the products, how they work together, and I'd give this full face 6.5, 7 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below what other brands you want me to try, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.